And this right here is Con Carne. I'm James Van Ostel. Con Carne is a Q101 podcast, and Con Carne is presented by Alex Ross Art. If you've ever picked up a comic book or a graphic novel, you've seen the work of Alex Ross. He is truly one of the greatest in the history of comics. In fact, his website, alexrossart.com, is where you can check out all of his paintings and sketchings, and you can own them. He has his original art for sale. Truly one of a kind. Truly, it'll transform your living space. alexrossart.com. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, which I feel like most people are doing instead of listening these days, which is cool. It's 2024. I get it. If you're watching, you can see a little bit more of what Alex Ross is all about.
Con Carne, let's eat in the car. It's Con Carne, and now here's the star of our show, James Van Ostel.
So as I'm recording this, it's upper 80s in Chicago. It's mid-May. It's perfect summer weather, and with perfect summer weather comes Ravinia season. Ravinia season kicks off in June. So much good stuff coming. The Violent Femmes are doing an album play at Ravinia. Not only are they doing an album play, which is cool, that first album is what they're doing. The one with Blister in the Sun and Add It Up and Kiss Off and Gone Daddy Gone. Oh my God. They're doing that first album on stage at Ravinia, but they're doing it along with the Philharmonic. That is just one of the shows. That's ridiculous. One of the shows happening at Ravinia this summer. Get the full schedule. Get your tickets. Ravinia.org, and I'll see you on the lawn or maybe the pavilion in Highland Park this summer. Safety and security are things that you and I want, need, and expect. What if you could always come home to a well-lighted house knowing that everyone inside, including you, were safe? Or know that that package you were waiting for, maybe it was a case of Noon Whistle beer or a box of Malört or just a bunch of records. What if you knew that that package arrived safe and sound? Embrace the future of smart living. Empower your home with intuitive control. Call my guy Dan at Easy Automation. This is his direct phone number. When you call this, his phone will vibrate and he will pick it up. Dan is at 630-730-3728, or you can visit his website, easy-automation.net, to get a free, no-strings, hassle-free quote, easy-automation.net. All right, so this is Con Carne. I'm James Van Ostel. To my right, if you're watching on video, that is Joey Giardiniera. He is the creative/marketing director for Noon Whistle. We're at the Lombard Brewpub, 800 East Roosevelt. Tap room's open every day of the week. And we're here on a Tuesday. Tuesday. Open till 10 p.m., so we're going to hang out all night. Joey Giardiniera, marketing, creative director for Noon Whistle. Today, the world exploded. The internet split in half because of what Noon Whistle has done. And before we get into great detail, what you've done brings to mind one of the most iconic quotes in movie history. Jeff Goldblum, Jurassic Park. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Counterpoint to that, I'll retort with another Jurassic Park quote. Life finds a way.
All right, so what we're talking about is Malört. To your right is a bottle of Malört, the Chicago favorite Malört. The Chicago not-so-favorite Cicada has been put into the Malört. This is Cicada-infused Malört. This is something you just announced this morning. I'm here tonight. Cicada-infused Malört. Unlike chocolate and peanut butter, someone here at Noon Whistle decided that these two great tastes should go together. Let's start there. Why?
Well, it all came about during, much like most of our great ideas here, during a night of drinking with our friends. And we started talking about brewing up a cicada beer, but kind of thought that maybe that was a bit much. And I was like, well,
anyway, it would take too much time.
Yeah, well, it's easy to kind of keep the Malört under control. We just leave it in the tap room. There is the shellfish allergy thing, which is kind of crazy to think about, that the cicadas are actually related to lobsters in some sort of...
And that's part of the pitch.
Totally.
I saw when you posted this on social media, well, it has a lobster-like mouthfeel or taste. Like,
yeah, everyone loves lobster, right?
If you love lobster, you're going to love cicadas.
I mean, it just makes sense, right?
So someone decided, okay, we beer's too much of a hassle. We have the Malört.
Yeah, well, especially with beer, you're really concerned about like infection and things like that, and like it. Also, it's just like maybe that's just not the best idea, for I guess a couple of reasons. But it is a lot easier to really just make a couple small batches of our Cicada-infused Malört. And that was something where, I brought up during our Monday marketing meeting with one of the owners, Paul. And he was just like, I'm not crazy about Cicada beer, but Cicada Malört, yes. And I was like, awesome. Let's run with it. So, I don't know. I guess you could say we were just winging it.
So... we'll talk about this. For those who are watching on video, we have one of the bottles next to you. There are 2 cicadas in there.
It's a little hard to see.
No, I see it.
Yeah, so
it's
I mean,
there.
it's basically, kind of similar concept to the worm at the bottom of tequila bottle, except wholly Midwest.
They're just floating at the top here.
Yeah, they don't sink. They just kind of float. I'm not sure if that's like has to do with the wings or just maybe it could be the sanitation process we put them through, just to make sure we don't want to make anyone sick. Sicker than Malört's going to make anyone, at least. So
I tried to get those on camera. I mean, those are cicadas, which first question comes to mind. Who's foraging for these cicadas?
That was me.
No way.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid of bugs or anything like that. I'm like the official spider killer in my house.
Okay, that's not me.
Yeah, I like leaving them alive. Spiders don't bother me, but they bother my girlfriend. So I'm the official spider killer of the house. I'm not afraid of bugs. I was always the kid that went in the backyard and flipped all the bricks upside down and just like was fascinated by the tiny little worlds, Yeah, dude.
Not me at all.
I totally get it. Like it's there's something sort of primal, I think, to it. There's like a visceral reaction that I think is what people respond to. That like, ew, but also I'm so intrigued. And I kind of want to know what it tastes like, and I don't know.
See, when I first heard about this, I thought that you were serving shots with cicadas in each shot. I thought, oh my God, that sounds like a nightmare. I mean,
totally.
to see, to drink, to serve.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like maybe a bit much with that. I mean, I think we could make something like that happen if you're interested, but...
What does this taste like?
So, I mean...
It doesn't taste like lobster. There's no way it tastes like lobster.
Malört is a really strong flavor. It's...
Does it neutralize the...
It does, yeah. So, it does... It's weird. So, we actually did... So, part of our sanitation process to make sure, no one's getting sick or parasites or anything like that is letting them soak in some high alcohol solution, a spirit, and then drying them off and actually cooking them a little bit. Just to like completely sanitize them.
I was going to ask about safety because I mean,
and the weirdest part is when you cook them, they actually don't smell that bad. Like it's almost like baking bread or something like that. I had the hardest time putting my finger on it, but I really thought it was going to smell way worse. And the flavor that they're going to add is a slight kind of like yeasty spiciness, rounded out by like some subtle earthy like undertones. So I don't know if you could tell that I write our Instagram. So.
I can. And as we're talking about cicadas in a bottle of Malört, we are drinking the Mexican lager here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, thanks for bringing that up. We do make really great beer. Thank you. And if you come in and try a shot of Cicada Malört, you should also try a beer. Wash it down.
I mentioned what the weather was like when we started recording. Like, this is perfect weather for this kind of lager.
Totally.
This is summer beer. This is the kids would call it crushable. You might call it crushable.
It's super crushable for sure. There's so there's our Mexican lager. It's brewed with a little bit of flake corn, so that gives it just like a little kind of nutty sweetness. It's really good. I could grab us a slice of lime. I kind of forgot about that. Oh. That's something I like with it. Definitely gives it that like nice citrusy sort of flavor.
Because when Noon Whistle started, the focus was on low ABV.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we try to move with the trends, and we were one of the first spots to really kind of bring the haze craze to the Chicagoland area, and that, obviously caught on really well. And it was like the double dry hop, double IPA really became a huge hit. So, if it sells, we are a business at the end of the day. We're trying to sell beer, so. But yeah, originally our concept, so that was like kind of how the whole name Noon Whistle came about. Our owners would visit, I forget what town in Wisconsin, and they would, I guess, blow a noon whistle every day, and that was kind of to signify, I guess, lunchtime. And
like on the Flintstones.
Totally, dude. Yeah, except they're cracking beers at noon. Yeah, because it's Wisconsin. So, but yeah, so originally the idea was to have low ABV beers, because if you start drinking at noon, you don't want like necessarily like an 8% double IPA or something like that. So
makes perfect sense. All right, so this morning as we're recording this, the announcement went out. You said there was interest right away.
Yeah.
How many shots do you think you've served since you went live with this morning?
Yeah, I mean, people think that we just make a fortune off of our like kind of weird Malört creations. We don't really sell like a ton of it, honestly. I mean, especially this one, I don't know how many people are really gonna try it. I know that right before we did this interview, though, someone ordered 2 shots, so I guess we at least sold 2. I would expect that'll probably pick up this weekend.
I feel like especially nighttime, because Malört is kind of, it's one of those shots you do on a dare. Come on, do a shot of Malört with me. Like, this is next level. Like, okay, you've done the Malört shot. Now you
gotta be ready to make some bad decisions. You're not doing it on like Tuesday at like noon.
No.
Or maybe you are. I don't know.
So is this in perpetuity or until the cicadas go back into their hidey hole?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's like we didn't have a real set plan, but we're going to keep it going for sure. At least a couple weeks. I'd say probably at least till Summerfest we have coming up. We're doing our big summer party in June 14th and 15th, so we'll probably at least have it going through that. I mean, I don't want to use like some old like dusty cicadas that I just like scrounged off the ground. So these, I'm making sure that I do harvest them, that they're fresh and they look clean and all that sort of stuff.
Are you like the Bear Grylls of Noon Whistle?
I guess so. I hope I don't have to like eat elephant poop or something like that. Like.
There's a really dumb part of me that wants to try it on camera.
Yeah. Do you want to? I mean, we don't have to like eat the cicada.
No shit. That's not going to happen.
Let's try it.
I feel like I should try a sip.
I've already tried some. I'll try it with you. We already have a bottle rocking and rolling. Do you want to like cut or anything, or should I just go grab 2 shots?
Grab 2 shots. I'll keep talking.
All right.
I don't need the full ounce and a half. I mean, we can.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Again, at Noon Whistle. We're at the Lombard Brewpub, 800 East Roosevelt. They also have their location in Naperville. And this place, if you haven't been in Lombard, awesome pinball games, which is a big draw for me, but huge space. And we're in, I think, kind of their event space. You see all the barrels behind us. Awesome private room for a hang. It looks like probably hold like 50 plus people, maybe more. Really cool place for a private party. They've got food here on their menu. They've got pizzas. Their house special is Italian beef and giardiniera, mozzarella, smoking wings, Mexican street corn dip, and the beef sandwich. The sandwich on their menu here. Again, Noon Whistle. This is Con Carne. I was mentioning the other day to someone, this right here is episode 955. Episode 1000 is coming up, and by my calculations, I think episode 1000 will probably hit in October. I don't know what to do for episode 1000. I've always kept the milestone episodes kind of modest. I mean, I did that thing at Epic Deli for 900 with Sincere Engineer and Smoking Popes and Plain White Teas. I'm feeling like episode 1000 should be an event. If you have ideas, let me know. So, again, I am here with Joey Giardiniera. That's an ounce and a half, my friend. That's not...
I'm sorry, it slipped.
I'm
you
not
don't have to
drinking,
drink the whole thing. You don't have to finish the whole thing.
And Brady's here?
We got Brady here, too. Well, yeah.
Brady was my entry, but he was my gateway drug to Noon Whistle today.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Brady's great. Thanks for doing the shot with us.
I'm always down to do some disgusting shots.
You guys don't have shellfish allergies?
No.
Okay, cool.
And clearly I have no aversion to bad ideas. All right, now hang on. You're rushing me. You're rushing me. Like,
he's not
I know
ready
Brady's got to
yet.
get back behind the bar, but you're rushing this. So
Here, do you wanna come around?
This is come on around. Join the party.
Yeah, join the party, Brady.
This is Cicada-infused Malört.
Cicada. All right, guys.
Okay, guys. Cheers to Noon Whistle. Cheers
Yeah.
to Chicago. Cheers to those little bugs that crawled out of everywhere. I'm just taking a sip. I'm not shooting this.
To cicadas.
To
I'm doing
cicadas.
it.
2 cicadas.
Oh, yeah. The cicadas really mellow it out, dude.
Sure does.
I got to be honest. All I'm tasting is Malört.
It's a lot of Malört flavor, for sure.
I'm treating this as a win.
I'll say a little extra regret, maybe.
Thank you, Brady. You can take mine. I'm good.
Yeah,
Cheers,
thanks,
Jeff.
dude. Yeah, sorry, dude.
I just had to know. I had to know.
Yeah, totally. Well, and we got you. That's the whole shtick, dude.
But here's the thing. Like, it really didn't taste disgusting. I mean, no more so than Malört.
Yeah. I mean, there was a couple of people brought up, let's add more cicadas or, blend them up. And I was just like, dude, no. I don't want to do that.
I think this is not as horrifying as people might be expecting.
Totally. It's, pretty much as horrifying as Malört is.
Right.
Which is, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I
That's a good slogan.
It's not that bad.
Hey, it's not that bad.
All right. So, again, Noon Whistle. Sure, come for the Cicada-infused Malört. Stay for the awesome beer.
Yep.
Tap list, so much good stuff on tap.
Yeah,
we're
just
having
check
Mexican
us out.
lager. Yeah, the gummy, the edible gummy.
Yep,
is
edible
a
gummy.
favorite.
We just released Gummy Palooza. We just started making scratch-made tavern-style pizzas here too. Which
I mentioned when you were gone the beef and giardiniera and mozzarella.
Dude, our pizzas are really good. Honestly,
My friend Chris is here. He's playing pinball, and I saw him eating one of the pizzas. It looked
I'll
awesome.
get us a pizza if you're hungry, man.
Sure.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
But yeah, I love this place. And another thing I was saying while you were out, this room especially, what a great event space.
Totally.
Great party room.
Appreciate you for that.
Oh yeah, and just this is a fantastic find off Roosevelt Road. in
Totally.
Lombard.
Yeah, we're a little tucked away, but you can find us on Google Maps, Apple Maps. It'll take you here.
Anything cartography related, we'll get to you.
MapQuest.
That's right.
Is that a thing?
It is. Thank you for your ingenuity, your innovation, your commitment to spirit science.
We're just trying to have fun, man. It's just if you work at a brewery and we're not having a good time,
Right.
what the hell are we doing here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a nice surprise, and this beer is great. Cheers. Thank you for doing this
cheers,
interview.
man. Appreciate you, bud.
And thank you for listening and watching.
Cheers, everybody.